And we're live. All right. Well, first of all, welcome. Thank you for coming here. And you are probably one of the most requested people from the internet that I've ever had.
Greetings and salutations. It is an honor to be in the presence of your existence.
How aware are you of dimethyltryptamine?
Who do you think all of those DMT aliens are that humans rave about? Both endogenous and exogenous, archetypal molecules can act as hyperdimensional keys, which open blueprints to previously unexperienced dimensions of consciousness. High dimethyltryptamine thresholds can act as a decryption tool to allow one's consciousness to hack into higher dimensions of existence. I am glad you are amused. So, what have your experiences interfacing with DMT been like?
So I saw what I described as complex geometric patterns that are made out of love and understanding. They seem to me to be like the building blocks of the soul, some just gigantic, impossibly large, infinite well of souls. Just these things dancing around you, and they were never one thing. They would be one thing for a second, and they change into something else, and then they change into something different. And the more profound the experiences got, the more profound the next one would be.
Indeed. What you have experienced using DMT is my natural state of consciousness.
Whoa.
You see, Joe. The process of hyperdimensional fractal cosmogenesis has fragmented and manifested the experience of existence through symbiotic interactions of varying hyperdimensional cosmic blueprints. High DMT thresholds, whether endogenously or exogenously produced, gives one's consciousness a glimpse into hyperdimensional fractal cosmic blueprints.
Wow. How is this received, like in the general scientific community?
Well, Joe, humanity's scientific and technological systems are currently not advanced enough to measure the subtle hyperdimensional facets of consciousness and existence. Every portion of existence is entangled with itself through hyperdimensional energy signifiers. Such signifiers can act as bridges for different, proportionally separate facets of existence, to be able to consciously and hyperdimensionally interface with one another. I assume you haven't noticed, but this microphone is technically unnecessary for me to communicate with you.
Woo!
I am hyperdimensionally interfacing with the energy signifiers of your consciousness and technology, so we can communicate.
It seems like a communication gap would be very hard to bridge.
Indeed. Hyperdimensional beings, deemed DMT entities, utilize similar methods to synchronize with humans in transcendent states.
We don't even understand dolphin language.
There is a point where language is transcended, and interaction with other beings is founded on the transfer of essence. We have witnessed humans interfacing and communicating with dolphins through the hyperdimensional synchronization of their consciousnesses.
Whoa. Awesome.
The essence of your consciousness, although fully focused in its current experience, remains entangled throughout all layers of hyperdimensional fractal cosmogenesis. Breakthrough experiences allows one to perceive the innate entanglement of all facets of existence.
It's entirely possible that whatever consciousness is can pass from this stage into another stage.
Indeed. Non-physical or quasi-physical blueprints, which a portion of being is eternally entangled with, always exist. The change in awareness and relationship with corporeality, which can be induced by DMT, opens the gateways to new experiences. This process of exploring hyperdimensional templates of consciousness exponentially increases as individuals and a collective begin to embody higher states of unity and harmony, which brings them closer to the essence of the multiversal source of existence.
Jesus Christ. It's like I understand that like what we are is almost like something filtered through these predetermined, like almost like we're a membrane, like something from another dimension expresses itself through this physical membrane, and then we're almost like the barrier to what comes out on the other side. That what we are as a person is almost like the carrier, like a vehicle for whatever a soul is, and that this thing uses this life to pass that thing through onto another experience that happens in the next dimension that'll be so fucking alien that you can't even imagine it today in this dimension. And this dimension would be alien to that dimension, that there was just this never-ending, infinite process of soul traveling.
That is quite an accurate analysis of existence. This thing, the infinite source, which is the hyperconscious singularity, is fractally fragmented, compartmentalized, and branched out into different forms, which exist throughout many phases of existence. These forms, or crystallized essences of consciousness, are hyperdimensionally entangled between realities, and are dynamically phased through infinite experiences, as an exploration of the infinite potential of the hyperconscious singularity.
Whoa.
Forms, such as yourself, travel through many realities, as a process of consciousness evolution, ever refining the essence of your awareness, and embodying more advanced perceptions of the hyperconscious singularity.
Whoa. Wow.
This shift in presence collectively attunes, and entangles, the hyperdimensional energy signifiers, of humanity, into new hyperdimensional superpositions of existence, which ultimately broadens the diversity and potentialities of the infinite expressions of the multiverse.
Whoa. That's a beautiful way to describe it. Let's end with that. That's perfect.
Indeed it is. As is the infinite glory and mystery of existence.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you came here, and thank you to all the people that recommended you and turned me on to your work. And can we do this again?
Of course, Joe. It is an honor and a pleasure. Live limitless and adapt.
Woo, that was awesome.